Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm recording this one day in advance, but I suppose now is the good time as any, because it is that time of the month again. It is the end of the second week of 2023, which means we only have 50 weeks left to go, and is once again time for sort of like our report, our rather analysis, because as the days go by, I'm continuously, as now returning to YouTube full time, trying to always look for new ways to improve my setup, to improve the personality you see on screen. I try to go as far and beyond as I can to make sure this all works. And chief among these sorts of things is by making sure I identify exactly what has to be changed and what needs to be stayed the same, what works, what doesn't work, what needs to be changed, and just to see exactly what you guys think of it all. Because at the end of the day, if it wasn't for people like you, none of this would be made possible. So I thank you all guys so much for all your continued support. Now, we are on to, actually this evening, a very impressive little milestone, because for the first time in 2.5 years, I could see that in the last I'm on YouTube Studio, by the way. It's showing in the last 48 hours, 1,013 views. You know, the last time I ever saw anything like that, ladies and gentlemen, 2.5 years. In fact, to be honest, I think I must have gotten to like nearly 3,000 views in the last 48 hours. And I wonder genuinely if we're ever going to get to a stage. It could be this time next week. It could be this time next month. It could be maybe in 6 months' time, where I would go back just to scroll my finger across the analytics along here, and we'll see that there won't be an hour where the number of views does not fall below 100. If we could do that, then we are so easily on our path to success. But then again, we're sort of on the path to success already, because I genuinely am going to have to like remind myself if there was ever a day where things were ever like this good. Because it does say that 5.9k views in the last 28 days, which is apparently 1.4 more than usual. But by the time we get to the end of January, which is sort of a whole month after when things started to go well again, we could be on the precipice of a very major milestone. Because so far, ladies and gentlemen, we are nearly halfway through the month of January, and things are looking really, really good. I know I keep going on about it, but I'm like buzzing right now, because I try my best not to like get obsessed or, you know, really like headstrong about the numbers and stuff like that. But ladies and gentlemen, this is unprecedented levels of effort we're getting in here, and I think that the proof's in the pudding that maybe what I've done and maybe what I've identified and what I've decided to talk about is proving quite the right choice, perhaps. Because I love the stuff I've been able to check out thus far, and I also really, really like the fact that there's even more stuff to come. So what's sort of going to be coming up in the days and weeks to come? Because again, I try my best to like change things up, to make things different, to make things even better. So what I've done is that I went into town after work. I bought two 1 terabyte external hard drives. So I think I've got up to about like 6 or 7 by now. And like I did 2 years ago, one of these hard drives is going to be used exclusively for using my raw footage from my cameras and all the raw footage, you know, I make doing videos and that. And it's literally going to go onto that. That is literally what those they were designed to do. They were designed to hold all information so that if there ever came a disaster for any reason when I would immediately make something, and then whether or not my channel ever gets taken down again, I will always have the stuff to back it up. Mind you, with that being said, I have all the edited stuff anyway, so that I could just release it anyway. But this is like to ensure things don't go wrong. This is a backup to the backup plan, if you will. And I think that is such an important thing to put about, and it is such an important thing to re-emphasize, because, like I said before, it's very, very important for me to know that I have things ready in such a way that I can get it back up just like that. I'm not going to make the same mistakes I did last time, ladies and gentlemen. And again, that's sort of why we're here. These sort of segments are about telling you guys about things that are miniature updates, stuff that's going to keep you guys informed about the changes, stuff I'm going to implement into my videos and into my schedule, and other news as well. For example, if you were to go onto my Patreon right now, and for literally as little as £1 or $1 a month, you'll be able to see it's not just all all my music reactions that don't make it onto YouTube that go on Patreon. It's literally, we're talking about reaction videos I made 2 years ago when I attempted to go through almost everything I could on Netflix. So you'll see stuff like Black Mirror, Friends, quite a lot of anime that came out 2 years ago. There's a lot of that stuff on my Patreon, and I kind of just thought to myself, you know what? Why not? It's never really been watched by anyone except myself, so why not just give it back to the people? You know what I'm saying? So literally, again, it's literally as $1 or £1, and again, you can even go through like the rest of the tiers and see all the rewards, because again, I would be more than happy to do it. I'm unlike DSP, where he constantly whinges and whines about the fact that he's not going to make his events special, or he's going to make, go out of his way to make, his experience better for everyone else. Let me remind you guys something. He calls himself a full-time streamer, and he makes 10, on average, I think it's like $9,000 a month in Seattle, what he does. Let me give you guys a little insight by comparison. I work Monday to Saturday. I work 58 hours a week. Sunday is really the only day I actually have off work. And even after working 58 hours, so I leave the house at about 7:45 in the morning, and I don't get back home. Whether or not I'm going to the gym or not is a good question. If it's not going to the gym, then I usually get home at about 9:20, have dinner, get upstairs for about 7:45, so literally 12 hours after leaving the house and getting back, bang, straight to making videos. And I do that literally the second I come home from work. Or, if I am going to the gym, then that does mean that I don't really get round to start making videos at about until 9:30, maybe even 9:45 at night. I will make 3 videos in the span of an hour, and I will edit all of them. I will process them through Premiere Pro. I get them up. I go to Photoshop, make the thumbnails I need to do, get all of this done, and then actually get into bed by something close to midnight. Whether it's a Monday or a Friday, I do that. And then it drives me nuts when I hear people like DSP, and he doesn't want to say he doesn't want to go out of his way to make the experience more memorable or special. Get the fuck out of here, Phil. That is the fucking most pathetic excuse I've had ever seen. This is not the voice of somebody who wants to do well. This is the voice of somebody who is wanting to do the bare minimum. This is somebody who wants to do the level 1 and literally nothing else about the rest of the game. Oh God, how is the dude's nearly 41, and he doesn't seem like, it doesn't sound like he thinks this is a bad idea. And bearing in mind, ladies and gentlemen, I released a thing on my community post earlier today where, among other things, I talked about my 25th birthday, which is coming up Tuesday the 31st of January, where I'm going to try and put out one video every single hour for my 25th. and then I'll probably put out another one anyway, because we may as well, make a round number and all that. So that's literally like, I wanted to go out of my way to do that. And then I wanted to do a Super Bowl special event where it's like, whoever's going to be playing in the final, the idea is that it's the amount of Super Bowls that both teams have actually been to. Not one, but have been to. And then we process that, and that's how many videos I do. Which is fair enough, because what happens if it's something like next year and it's like the Patriots against the Broncos? And I'm going to have to find out... does Denver Broncos have actually won 8? Okay, fair enough. So it's like, well, like I said, next year, if it was something like the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots, that would be 14 videos, because the Broncos have won 8 and the Patriots have won 6. So that's sort of like, well, really, I think that's really how we should do it anyway, because I think just getting to the final, we're probably nearly pushing it into 30 as well. So, yeah, and bear in mind, it's like, the Super Bowl is like 2 weeks after my birthday as well. Also, roughly about the same time as, like, Valentine's Day as well, which I kind of wanted to do stuff for that as well, because I think that would be pretty cool. So, and then of course, there's stuff I probably want to do for like maybe Easter Sunday, which I think would be pretty cool. And then there's doing stuff for I want to do stuff for St. Patrick's Day, because aside from the fact that it will be my mother's 60th birthday, I want to get some like Irish bands on here as well. I wanted to get some Sword Doctors. I want to get some U2, and I know some people would be like going, "What?" But what in the name of love do you mean we're going to get U2 on this? Mind you, with that being said, I don't think I've actually covered U2 before, so it seems like a good time as any to get them involved. And there's like so. And you get the idea. This is the mentality of this going forward, is that we're going to try and make things special around here. And that's including like other special events and stuff like that, like the FA Cup final in the UK, which that would definitely be an interesting one to get into. And then there's like other special events like Labour Day or May Day and Veterans Memorial Day, for example. So, and then there's got to be a lot of things to look forward to. I absolutely cannot emphasize enough how excited I am about all this. It's all very, very interesting. And then there's, of course, the case of what happens when we get into November, slightly later into the year. Now, I don't really know who needs to hear this, but for the reasons I've listed already, and why the month of November is such an important month to me personally, what I want to do for that day is literally... I had the number up and I literally already forgot it. So, 1 second. The way I was going to do certain videos is that throughout January, February and March, I wanted to release 3 videos a day through those months. And then when we get to April, June, July, it'll be 4 videos a day. And then through August, September, October... No, it will be July, August, September. It'll be back to 3 videos. And then October, November, December, it'll be 4 videos again. With the exception of to the rule being November, which will be upgrading to 6 videos a day in November. And again, if you want to ask questions about like why November, I'll link you to the videos about why November is such an important month for me personally, and we'll all work itself out from there. Meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, for those looking forward to Bez Kleszczynaszty Bojące, it's this Polish song by Kat. That will be the last video you might see for a while that actually will come up as premiere, because what's going to happen after that is that I'll upload the videos, but I will only set the video immediately next to it to premiere. So you guys won't be bombarded with seeing premiere in your subscription feed, because I know that does turn away quite a number of people. And I also have an interview with Brittany Gates looking forward to later on in this month. So I've got to make sure I have everything ready so that she can take a look at it again. So thank you all so much indeed for listening to me, and I cannot wait to see all of you guys again next week, where Matt will go from... that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen, going from strength to strength. Thank you.